This is the portrait of our Loquat tree, an evergreen presence in our garden, and a living link to memory, meaning, and centuries of cultural tradition. Our Loquat tree is having its best year yet, better than any time over the 9 years since we planted it. Last spring, it gave us just 3 fruits. This year, we've stopped counting. We've been harvesting since early April, enough to enjoy fresh almost every day for over a month, with extra to share with curious neighbors and friends. Like many fruit trees, the Loquat took its time to establish before producing a reliable crop. A slow grower by nature, ours seems to have decided this year that we'd finally earned its favor, though it remains a modest-sized tree. We wait patiently until the fruits are fully ripe to pick them, at their sweetest, most fragrant moment. Our Loquats are small and round, golden orange with brown freckles on one side or near the blossom end, slightly soft near the stem. Inside, the yellow-orange flesh is juicy, tender, and succulent, with honeyed sweetness balanced by a refreshing acidity. Compared to varieties with fewer seeds, ours contain up to 5 or 6, but we've come to love them anyway. When we bought the tree, we didn't know much. We simply asked for a Loquat, and the nursery handed us one. That was that. We had no idea there were different varieties, but we're happy with the one we got. We cared for it in the way we have learnt over time, giving it deep, infrequent watering, about once a month during dry seasons, always away from the trunk. In the early years, we also applied a little organic fertilizer twice a year, once in spring and once in fall. More recently, we've relied only on compost, adding it when the flowers begin to set into small fruits. And we did one more thing. We thinned out about 1/6 of the young fruits early this year to relieve the tree from overbearing itself, allowing it to channel energy into fewer, larger fruits. This year, we also put a bird net over the canopy to protect the fruits from smart birds, who always seem to know the exact moment they ripen. Without it, we'd often find that the best fruits had been claimed by birds before we could get to them. With the net, they can still reach a few along the outer branches, but not those tucked deeper under the canopy. Of course, this kind of protection won't be practical once the tree grows taller, but by then, we'll likely have plenty to share, and won't need to worry so much about the birds enjoying their share first. As of May 8th, 2025, the Loquat is looking a little bit stressed. That is no surprise. It has just finished producing a heavy crop and needs time to recover. Now that the fruiting season is over, it will bounce back, regaining its vitality and dense foliage. By late autumn to early winter, it will reach another peak, when its canopy will be filled with fragrant, creamy white blossoms that contrast beautifully with its dark green leaves. Now, more than 9 years later, the tree stands over 5 meters tall, its canopy of evergreen leaves a graceful presence in the garden. The leaves are large, leathery, and oblong, dark green on top, silvery and fuzzy underneath. In China, dried Loquat leaves have been valued in herbal teas for their slightly sweet, almond-like bitterness. More famously, they're the key ingredient in a traditional Chinese cough syrup that's been trusted for centuries to soothe dry throats and calm lung irritation. Its name literally means Loquat leaf paste, reflecting the central role of the plant's expectorant and anti-inflammatory qualities. Sweetened with honey, it's a gentle medicine many of us grew up with, though what I'm showing here is not the exact brand I drank as a child. Loquats are among the first fruits to ripen in our garden each spring, long before stone fruits or summer berries. Their appearance feels like a quiet celebration, a reward for making it through winter. When I see their golden fruits against the deep green leaves, I feel that a new season has truly arrived. For me, Loquat existed in memory long before it appeared in our garden. I remember it as a childhood delicacy, rare and exotic, even though it's native to southern China, where I grew up. In those days, people didn't plant fruit trees unless they lived in mountainous regions where rice couldn't grow. Farmland was reserved for staple crops, not luxuries. I can't even remember the first time I saw a real loquat tree. My first taste came from a glass jar, canned loquat in syrup, usually gifted when someone was ill. It looked radiant, floating in golden liquid. The taste was not as magical as it looked, but it was good enough to satisfy my imagination, an imagination fed by Tang and Song dynasty poetry that praised loquats, often accompanied by illustrations I first saw in elementary school. I also noticed how often loquat appeared in paintings, in art history books, and on the labels of medicine boxes in pharmacy stores. Recently, my research has uncovered close to 24 historical paintings of loquats. Some are precise and descriptive, others expressive and spontaneous. Loquat, it turns out, carries rich cultural meaning. Its winter blossoms and spring fruits symbolize endurance and renewal. Its golden, coin-shaped fruits represent prosperity. Often painted with birds or medicinal herbs, it embodies harmony between nature and philosophy, blending aesthetics with healing, abundance, and contemplation. Few fruits unite art, medicine, and symbolism so completely. And now, after centuries of paintings and poetry, I have a loquat tree of my own. I haven't painted it yet, but in some way, I feel a little closer to those who once did. Sometimes when I stand beneath our loquat tree, with its spreading canopy and sunlit fruit, I think about all the paths, personal and historical, that led to this moment. A tree that once lived in memories, paintings, and medicine jars now lives here, in our front yard, continuing its quiet work of nourishing body, memory, and imagination.